You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey there, Y&R fans. It is Belinda from Soap Dirt, and I've got more exciting spoilers for next week, the week of January 1st through 5th. We still don't have the full roster of dated daily spoilers. We'll have those probably Friday, maybe Saturday. We'll see. But for right now, I do have some hot new spoilers. These are very exciting. We've got stuff with Summer and Sharon, stuff with Daniel and his love life, stuff with Victor and Nikki, and I think some more stuff coming with Phyllis and Tucker. I'm excited to unpack all that for you. If you haven't, though, please reach down, click subscribe so you don't miss any of our updates. Now let's dig in. As usual, I'll tell you what's happening the rest of this week. It's just one episode, and I just want you to know what's going on so that you have context for the new stuff I'm about to give you. So on Thursday, the 28th, Ashley is really struggling with her feelings for Tucker. They talk at the bar at the GCAC, and he tells her he is done with her. Done. He thinks she's playing games with him. It's very interesting on this episode. You'll see that they each have this completely different perspective of their last scene in Paris that made Ashley afraid of him. She said he flung a wine glass through a chair, something like that, and yelled at her. He said he set his wine glass down and it tipped over, and that when he turned to leave, he bumped into the chair and it fell over. And that's each one really believes their perspective. So I wonder if one of them is having some kind of mental break. You know, is Ashley getting paranoid, or is Tucker just not seeing the signs of his bad behavior? So at any rate, Tucker says they are done for good, and he walks away. Michael and Lauren have their vow renewal over at Society, and we've got Kevin and Chloe there. We've got Gloria there, and Phyllis is invited, but she shows up towards the tail end. Phyllis is stinging because Danny rejected her, and he is clearly wanting to pursue things with Christine and not her. Everybody's talking about this, and everybody kind of wants her to recognize, you know, what's happening. So we'll see how that goes. Meanwhile, when Christine and Danny come into the GCAC, Tucker is in another part of the area, and Phyllis says that she has a date that night with Tucker. He plays along, and then he comes over and he actually plants a kiss on her. And I think that is going to be a big sign of things to come. Phyllis is invited to Michael and Lauren's vow renewal, and she does show up at the last minute just to see the last part of it. But then Tucker is texting her, wanting to know if she still wants to have a drink. And Daniel was supposed to call Lily and then was just going to binge TV and fall asleep. But instead, it looks like he doesn't call Lily because Heather and their daughter show up with beer and snacks, and they watch movies, and Daniel conks out on the sofa, and Heather winds up draping herself across his chest and falls asleep on top of him, basically. And guess what? Lucy Romalotti gets a picture of it, and this is going to be a big deal. And that's part of the new spoilers. And then, of course, he hasn't called her. So this is all setting things up. Friday, December 29th, it's not a new episode. So this Thursday episode that I just described to you is going to be the last one of the week. Then we go into the week of January 1st through 5th. As a reminder, be sure to check your DVR on Monday, January 1st. Right now, all the guides are still showing a brand new episode, and they may give us one, but if they don't, if it's an encore or a preemption, you're going to want to check and make sure that your Tuesday episode is still set to record. You may even want to set a manual recording, because when there is a preemption, it messes up the coding, and that's when you go to your your DVR, VCR, that's a flashback. Go to your DVR and wonder where your episode went. not, it's because of bad coding due to preemptions in most cases. So as I already told you guys, Victoria makes a shocking decision next week. But now these other spoilers I have for you are brand new. So Summer Newman shows up at Crimson Lights to have a really awkward conversation with Sharon Newman. And as Summer talks to her, Sharon is looking more and more peeved. I mean, Sharon already knows that Summer has a low-key crush on Chance. And of course, Sharon knows that Chance and Summer went to that concert together after she backed out. So what Summer has to say to her is very interesting. She says, I'm wondering, are you in love with Chance? So if Sharon says no, I think Summer's going to be like, oh, okay, green light, I can proceed. And I mean, in a way, you know, Phyllis has been telling Summer, just grab what you want. But Summer doesn't want to take a man that Sharon loves. Now, if it's just a man that Sharon likes and is just sleeping with, that seems to be something else entirely. And I think by the look on Sharon's face that she might blow up at Summer and tell her, it doesn't matter if I love him or not, keep your hands off. We'll see. Lucy Romalotti talks to Daniel and says that Lucy is playing matchmaker for him and Heather. And oh, by the way, on Thursday, when Daniel wakes up from napping on the sofa with Heather, or I guess technically sleeping on the sofa, she kisses him and he kisses her back. So he's already being unfaithful to Lily. And of course, Christel Khalil is out on maternity leave, so Lily's going to be gone for a couple of months. And I suspect that Lucy may post that photo on her Instagram or a social media account where she knows Lily will see it. So Danny says to Daniel, your daughter's playing matchmaker, and the way that you and Heather are looking at each other. Yeah, he sees it. The writing is on the wall. Daniel is not going to last. I imagine he is going to do more than just kiss his ex, and they're probably going to wind up in the bed together. Victor cuddles with Nikki. They're at the ranch house and they're talking about the past. And he says, I didn't walk out on you then, and I will not now. You are the love of my life. So I'm certain that they are having a discussion about her addiction issues, about her drinking. And of course, this is not her fault that she fell off the wagon, and Victor is nicely reassuring her. I also suspect, and this is not a firm spoiler, the other ones are firm spoilers. This is just me thinking Phyllis may take Tucker up on his offer. I wonder if it's going to skip to something like they're waking up in bed on, January 1st, 2024. We'll see, because they already kissed. They've been kind of doing chemistry checks with them. They're laying all the groundwork. So I think we are definitely going to get Phyllis and Tucker. And I'm in them only for the smush name. I'm going to spell the smush name because I cannot say it on the channel. But as far as I'm concerned, their smush name is Phucker. And you guys can imagine how you pronounce that, but I can't say it here. All right. Those are the brand new next week spoilers I have for Young and the Restless. If you haven't already, reach down, click that subscribe button so you don't miss a thing. Drop your comments and come back soon. I will have your full roster of Young and the Restless dated spoilers soon for every day of next week, along with upcoming cast changes and all kinds of exciting stuff. We're here talking days every single day of the week, all 7 of them. This is Belinda from Soap Dirt. Come back soon.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast, because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.